What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on MMTLP stock.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And in today's video I will give you all the information that I have at the moment. I will show you what sources you should follow in order to stay in line with the latest updates. And at the end of this video I will show you what should you do if you want to reduce your risks for this similar type of so-called fraudulent activity, and what should you do if you want to reduce your losses. So, first of all, let me show you that we don't have MMTLP ticker symbol right here on tradingview.com. This means it was deleted as expected. It was deleted basically about 1 day ago, and we have only MMAT ticker symbol right here. It is the metamaterials itself, the metamaterials company. And let me give you the summary of this story. So, let me show you first of all the petition, and I will put the link on this petition in the description below. You can read it by yourself, but the summary is following. We have basically MMAT company. It is a Canadian company that uplisted on Nasdaq in June of 2021, and it was a merger with the Torchlight Energy. And Torchlight Energy is the company that has a lot of assets from the oil industry. They have a lot of land full of oil, and definitely it is quite expensive asset, and that's why during this merger it was another stock. It was a reverse stock split, and it was the stock that had the ticker symbol MMAT/A. It was a preferred stock that should be given to all existing shareholders, and with this stock these people should receive a dividends from the selling of TRCH assets. But then it was some kind of loophole, and mysteriously MMATA ticker became MMTLP, and it became tradable, and the value of this stock was roughly 50 cents, and it was the first problem of this asset, and nobody knows who was behind this action and who was the beneficiary of this activity. Then we all know that on December 14th all of the MMTLP shareholders should receive the next Bridge Hydrocarbons stock, that basically the company that is a spin-off from MMTLP with all the assets of TRCH, Torchlight Energy. But instead of this, FINRA halted trades basically right before the filing date, and it was halted on December the 8th, and all of the people who was inside this asset and who was outside this asset were basically trapped, because you couldn't sell the stock and you couldn't buy the stock if you wanted to do so. And I have to say that during last several days of trading, MMTLP stock lost about 70% of its value. You can watch my previous video, there I have the price section of MMTLP stock, and you can see that it lost about 70% of its value. And for sure, it was the short sellers activity, and on top of that, let me show you that more than 300 million shares of MMTLP stock was shorted. But the spin-off should benefit only 165.5 million shares of the new company. This means about half of these 300 million shares was made artificially. It is a synthetic shares that made in case of short selling activity. And in my opinion, it is some kind of rug pull made by FINRA and other authorities, because more than half of these shares was made artificially, and with the halt of trading of MMTLP stock, a lot of money was made because these shares was sold and nobody bought it back in order to cover their short position. This means this money made basically out of thin air, and this is definitely a fraudulent activity that should be investigated. So, what should you do if you want to follow this case? First of all, let me show you this Twitter. It is a Midwestern investor, and you can follow this Twitter account in order to know the latest news. And let me show you that John Burda, the former CEO of Torchlight Energy, also want to know how it happened, because he was responsible for Torchlight Energy at the time when this company was active. On top of that, let me show you right now. If you scroll down a little bit, you can see that we have a lot of questions about market activity around December the 8th. And we have to know failures to deliver, because if this synthetic short will be delivered as the next breach dividend stock to investors who held 165 million shares. So what about the rest of people? Definitely we don't know what shares were synthetic and what shares was real. And definitely this leads to another problem of failure to deliver. And let me show you that if you type in Google search bar MMTLP shares fail to deliver, the very first link is the SEC report website, and it says MMTLP outstanding fails to deliver shares, SEC report. If you try to click this link, you won't be able to enter this site because it is some kind of problem. This site doesn't exist. And if you try to change .report extension to .gov, as you can see right here, we also don't have this page. This means we cannot find any information from SEC about failed to deliver stocks, and we definitely cannot find this information, for example, on fintel.io. And this is quite obvious because Fintel just reflects the actual data from authorities. And that's why we also have another problem that should be investigated in a near-term perspective in order to find who was the main beneficiary of this activity. And in my opinion, this might be very important case in order to prevent this type of fraudulent activity from some unknown institutionals in order to protect retail investors. So, what should you do if you want to stay in line with this case? First of all, follow this Midwestern investor Twitter page. I will put the link on this Twitter account in the description below. Follow John Burda account because he also posted some very interesting information. And follow my channel right here, because in a matter of just a couple of days I will do another update on MMTLP if we will have enough information to disclose and if we will receive any information related to this stock. So I think that's it for now. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel with notification bell. And see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only God wants, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad.